I saw his hand raising before I started speaking.
First of all, my name is Robert Joseph Oliveira Jr. I reside in IWI KUPUNA. I get this printout over here for the board members I like to refer to. It's public record. It's a ad that was printed out. Sorry, I don't know enough. Running low at a budget. And that's for you guys. You know, the sad thing is, we get a history and a relationship with the United States Army and the United States in general. Yeah, and we get a contract and treaty that goes back over 100-something years, which was promised us friendship and co-equalness. And it seems to me like now it's being imposed that somehow the U.S. has jurisdiction over us foreigners.
Occupation.
And this occupation here is affecting us to this extent. This is a very internal thing right here. And what you guys are doing is you're burying us with our own community. You're using organizations such as Hui Malama, Malama Makua, for tie back to Pulapa IWI KUPUNA. I get one question, or actually I get 4 questions. 1931 and 32, the army went go cut out Kaneana Cave and we take out 300 sets of IWI KUPUNA and artifacts. Where that stay? When that going to come home? No answer to where our families stay. I get another one. Isn't it law that you guys are supposed to consult with lineal descendants?
On what topic?
On any topic, whether it's relating to land titles, that land you guys claim to have, or properties in which you guys want to utilize.
We're conducting, you know, an
Why
activity or something.
was consultation with lineal descendants done for Makua? And for all the EV desecrations that happened there? By law? So what law governs your actions here? Is it FM 27-10? What gives us the understanding of who you guys are? I mean, there's a 100-year-old treaty of you guys supposedly being our friends. Then you guys come here, you guys do this to our family. You separate us. You get us fighting amongst each other. You get our children out there in the street. You stay on furlough Fridays. You guys are attacking us from Makua to Lihui, Hale'au'au, in Wahiwa, all the way out to Pupukea. You guys gonna build Striker Road all the way out there for training all of these people for fight your wars. That's against the Hague and Geneva Convention. All these people bring up good claims. Can you answer any of them that is entitled to the Hague and Geneva Convention, international law, and your own federal law, of which says that you guys are bounded by these laws and justice, that you are that type of nation? Because it seems to me that these documents only lie to us. So when is it that the United States Army is going to comply with international law and the treaty and agreement made by Queen Liliuokalani and President Cleveland to restore the government as agreed in that contract? Can you guys answer that? Because if that cannot be resolved, then there is no further discussion that we need to be talking about here, because you guys are just ruining something you have no jurisdiction in doing.
That's right.
There we go.
We gotta stop lying already. How are we going to fix this? How are we going to really fix this? When are you guys going to comply with international law? Because you guys no more any treaties that says we would cede anything to you guys or anything was ceded. And you guys no more any land titles, and all these Ohanas, they get their titles, they get their claims. When are you guys going to comply? I sad to say, but you guys got me one good one on 9/11. One good one. And I will learn. I will serve my time. I did my year out there. I went through my suffering. Our people went suffer for too long. We deserve our right to stand and bring back the righteous values that we uphold. So can you please come back with an answer, or if not, a chairperson, if you can, set up that meeting to where we can receive that answer of compliance to international law.
I will set up a separate meeting.
Because this other motions taking in effect is just illegitimate. There is no treaty. There is no reason why we should be discussing no EIS, why we should fall even into your process of anything.
So maybe you can, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Colonel has another meeting.
Yeah, I got a question. Colonel, I got a question, Colonel.
A couple more questions?
I got a question. I've been waiting.
Where do you have to
Come on, don't
go?
run away. I got a
Apparently
question.
there's going to be another meeting.
I got a question, Colonel. Come on. Don't run away. I've been waiting all this time. I went through your whole presentation, waiting for this question. Okay. Number one, you talking about a football analogy. Yeah. It's not my fault that you only get 50 yards to play on. Yeah. That was your guys' decision. You decided to stay in Hawaii with 50 yards to play on. Okay. Not our fault.
Right.
Number two, you want us to be an ohana and talk story, but you never mention what Pat mentioned, that in 1942, people who represented you said, you guys can come back after a while. 1942, here we are today. You want us to communicate, okay? And here's a good one. I want you to listen to this because I have a feeling that you need to address this. And I'm talking to you, Auntie. I'm talking to you.
Auntie's listening.
Okay. You had those beautiful plans about visitor center, all of that, okay? But you come into my community, and this is my community, okay? And you try to get Sea Rider Productions through an archaeological firm to do a piece that you're gonna put in that visitor center that I've seen the storylines for. And the storylines are such that it talks about the general history. Then it says, oh, film 2 or 3 veterans who have favorable positions about the Army using Makua as part of that. That's not how you treat this community. No, tell me, no, I've seen the storyboard. I've seen the storyboard, so somebody's lying. You know, the sign, somebody's lying. So somebody that you hired is lying. If you want us to sit across the table and talk, man to man, and talk, person to person, then you cannot do that kind of lies. You absolutely cannot do that kind of lies.
I'll take offense to the comment about lying.
Yeah.
You've seen the storyboards, you've seen the outlay for
Yeah,
the visitor
I have.
center. You're one step ahead of me because I haven't.
Well, then it's whoever you hiring. They're out in the community and they're doing things without your knowledge.
Well,
And I take great
I'm the
offense.
ultimate approving authority for what's going to
I take great offense to them coming out with storyboards, asking our kids at Makua Studios to film something that they get eha with. That's why they came to see me. They go, hey, aren't you supposed to tell both sides of the story? How come? Only get the page about the veterans. So that's a no-no. Number 2, remember the promise, okay? Because you never bring that up in any of the history. Number 3, I'm going to warn you again. When you talk to, if you really want to know about Hawaiian culture is the people in that ahupua or that district. That's the guys you consult with when you're doing something on their land in that district. So by going outside of our district and talking to all the other Hawaiians outside, yeah, that's heba. And I know that you're promoting this with the Army as part of the plan to gain support. But I tell you, from a Hawaiian cultural standpoint, that's heba. And then finally, I have one question, because it's the most important question. When do you plan to go back and train in Makua?
The Army signed the EIS record
No.
in July
When do you plan to go back and train in Makua?
in the future.
March,
No.
April, May, June, July?
I don't have a date. That will be determined by commanders who have got the requirements.
Thank you, Joe. That's all the questions I have.
No, I'm not lying. I don't have the answer to that.
Well, you better go check with you guys that are doing the storyboard for your visitor center. And you
Don't
better-
accuse me of lying about that because I haven't approved any of the storyboards.
Well,
The
I've
intent of
seen
it
the
is to do a
storyboard.
balanced approach to what we're going to portray out
I
there.
tell you what.
We even want to get community
Let's
members
go
to
to
do the talk story.
Let's go to Makaha. Let's go to Makua Studios tomorrow, and let's go look at the storyboard. I'll meet you there tomorrow.
Well, and I'll see the storyboards ahead of time,
Well, you obviously.
before they're
haven't
actually
seen them.
approved, but they're not approved yet.
Okay, well, so, the trust, you want us to trust that you do this kind of stuff?
Assuming you
Hard to
guys have
trust.
to leave, right?